This week on Cruisin' New England.
Corvettes to Coca-Cola, farm tractors to state troopers. Join us on our visit to the Green Mountain State.
I'm Paul Manette, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Cruisin' New England. Today we're in the Green Mountain State of Vermont. We're going to have a look at some Corvettes, some Coca-Cola memorabilia. Hey, and we're in farm country, a whole lot of tractors. All this and more on Cruisin' New England. All my life, I've been cruising New England, meeting great people, visiting amazing places, and discovering wonderful classic and custom car collections, nostalgic automobilia, and so much more. Come on and join our adventure. I'm Paul Manette. Let's go cruising.
Closed captioning for Cruisin' New England on Nesson is being brought to you by New England Recycling. Waste put to work. Cash for Gold, the place to sell your unwanted gold and diamonds. Where you sell your jewelry is as important as where you buy it. We at Cash for Gold are gold and diamond specialists. We will buy all size diamonds, gold chains, rings, bracelets, silver coins, and even broken jewelry. Often we pay 2 to 3 times higher than pawn shop prices. We also pay up to 90% of the daily price of both diamonds and gold. We are the original, authentic, family-run Cash for Gold and have been for over 35 years. Visit us at 527 South Broadway, Route 28 in Salem, New Hampshire.
Your special moments are something to remember. For weddings, portraits, and special events, contact Sparks Fly Photography.
Hi, I'm Jim Grundy, the old original from Grundy Worldwide Collector Car Insurance. We've been providing antique car insurance for 65 years, and now this year we have the latest and greatest state-of-the-art technology. Our new system allows you to go online on our website and get a quote in 2 minutes. If you like what you see, you can apply, plug in your credit card, and get your policy delivered to your email the same day. So for all your collector car insurance needs, try Grundy Worldwide.
Find out what's happening. Get up-to-date information as I travel throughout New England and beyond. To get exclusive information and behind-the-scenes photos, join me on Facebook.
I'm Dick Shappy and deal in the finest classic motor cars, cycles, and vintage parts to collectors all over the world, but we're right here in New England. Vintage cars are like vintage wine. Both get better with proper care and time. I offer a luxury experience that's by appointment only. So check out my website, classiccars.ws, or call me at 401-521-5333 to find your personal piece of history.
We're back in the Green Mountain State of Vermont, and I'm here with its top cop, Commissioner Keith Flynn.
Thank you, Paul. Thanks for being here.
So I guess we're going to start off today by looking at some of the police cruisers you have, but I guess we're going to go way back in time to start it off.
We sure are. We're going to start with the old ones right through to the newest. And here to give us the explanation, a little bit of description of it, is Lieutenant Gary Scarth, the head of our traffic operations unit.
Very glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I'm really anxious to see what you have in some of the newer cars. What makes it, above a normal car that you can buy from a dealership? But I understand you have an antique car here to show us today.
Yeah, we have our 1947 Ford, which is nicknamed Monty. So it's been a totally refurbished car. It wasn't actually a police car at the beginning. It was found by some troopers back in the 70s, and they've remodeled it back up to make it look just like a police car from that era.
So what do you use it for today?
Now it's mostly just for shows. We bring it to the state fair and a lot of parades around the state.
Can you tell us a little bit about the car itself?
Sure, it's a V8 flathead at 100 horsepower. And it was, back in the day, it was the premier car to be used by the state police.
So you guys proud of this vehicle?
Absolutely. You can see they keep it in pristine shape here at our fleet services.
It actually looks like a show car.
It looks great.
Now, we're traveling along the highways of Vermont. What can we expect to see popping out of the bushes, coming at us with blue lights going?
And now we've got the 2013 Fords. That's a 365 horsepower turbocharged, and it's one of the best cars we have out there right now. That's a sedan, and then we have also in our fleet, we have newer SUV models, again, 2013, 2014 Ford sedans. And they're all-wheel drive, which has been great for us in Vermont in the snow and the weather we have up here.
Now, are there any special things that were added to these vehicles to make it a police car, or is it something anybody could buy at a dealership?
Yeah, there's a police package that's in there, so it has a different type of braking system, and suspension system's a little bit different, so it can be rated for pursuits, so that allows for pursuit packages, so you can come off the interstate and corner in different ways like that.
Keith, is there anything about these vehicles that are unique to this region?
There are. First of all, our troopers need to carry a lot of things with them, a lot of their tools, so they're designed to carry additional weight, plus they have all-wheel drive. We need to be able to get around up the mountains, we need to be able to travel on back roads that may not always be kept the best. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we get to where we need to go and that we keep our troopers safe in doing it. And these vehicles accomplish that for us.
Okay, now what is it equipped with on the inside in terms of keeping an officer safe?
A lot of different things. We have mobile data computers that are inside that allow them to actually get certain information within their vehicles to be able to work on their reports, not always having to rely on going back to an office. We have a state-of-the-art radio system. We have a number of different things which allow them to communicate as best as possible, and most of all, keep them safe. They're safest when we know where they are, when they can reach out and contact us, and when they're able to do their job in a way that'll help keep all Vermonters safe. We want to make Vermont the safest place in the country to drive. So our focus right now is we want to make sure that people, first of all, buckle up. And we want to make sure that people aren't driving when they have handheld devices. We have a new law that prohibits handheld devices from being used while you're driving. And that's part of our focus, is we want to make sure that distracted driving is not going to happen. We need to make sure, not only for the people driving, but for people driving the other way, that our roads are safe. Distracted driving is not safe driving. And lastly, people can expect in Vermont that we are going to enforce our alcohol and drug laws when you're driving. We want to make sure that Vermont is the safest place to live, to drive, safest place to live, and a good place to come and enjoy everything that we have to offer here.
And you certainly have a lot to offer. I can tell you that right now. And I'm really excited about seeing more of Vermont and what it has to offer. A lot more Cruisin' New England when we come back.
Honey, what are you doing out there?
Waiting on the next super blowout 3-day only mega sale.
You don't need a sale, you need MPD.
NPD's everyday prices are competitive with most sales, and orders arrive fast from our 4 strategically located superstores. National Parts Depot has quality parts for Mustang, Camaro, Chevelle, GTO, Firebird, Ford, and Chevy truck. For your free catalog, go online or call toll-free.
Working beats waiting.
Do you have a child with food allergies? Does your school need help managing food allergies? I'm Gina Minette-Lee, a nationally recognized food allergy author, educator, and consultant. I provide a common-sense, fact-based approach to managing food allergies at home and at school. For more information, visit foodallergyconsulting.com.
Every week in the summer, I drive on Vermont's most dangerous road. We tailgate, we speed, and we crash. Around here, those are the rules of the road. Thunder Road, that is. But Vermont roads aren't a racetrack, and there are different rules to follow. Focus on the road conditions. Focus on the lanes around you, and focus on the drivers near you. Because at the end of the day, we want you to get home safely. That way we all win.
Sponsored by the Vermont Governor's Highway Safety Program.
When September comes, the party begins. Cruise on over to the Big E in West Springfield, Massachusetts, September 18th through October 4th.
I'm Paul Minette of Cruisin' New England at McMulkin Chevrolet. McMulkin has shipments arriving weekly of the new C7 Corvette.
People from all over the country buy their Corvettes from McMulkin Chevrolet to get the highest level of value and service.
McMulkin Chevrolet always has over 250 Corvettes in stock in their 3-story climate-controlled building. Remember, all roads lead to McMulkin Chevrolet. Check them out at mcmulkin.net.
The Thompson Auto Group.
We're back in the Green Mountain state of Vermont, and I'm here with Commissioner Keith Flynn. How are you doing today?
Great, Paul. Hey, thanks a lot for being here. Really appreciate it.
Tell you, it's an honor to be here. Tell us a little bit about what you do for the state of Vermont.
Sure. I'm the Commissioner of the Department of Public Safety, and we asked everybody up here today so we can keep one of the best kept secrets and expose it, and that's the state of Vermont. We've got a lot of things here that people should see. We've got some great roads, we've got some great cars, as you can see, and we've got some great people associated with these cars.
So who are we going to meet today?
Well, Paul, this is Dick Mazza. He's a member of the Senate, and Dick has a great car collection, and he's one of our Vermont car guys.
Dick, this isn't a collection, this is a museum. What do you have here? This is awesome.
Welcome.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. Thank you, Keith, very much.
It's beautiful. How'd you get started in doing all of this?
Well, I started back in 1980. Started with my 76 Corvette first, and it just grew and grew and grew, and then I built the building, and you can't part with any of them. You just got to keep adding.
Now, I did notice one thing. Everything is in mint condition here and original.
Well, yeah, I keep everything original. I keep them shiny. I have a son that does the mechanical part, but I just do the facial stuff.
Well, you're my kind of guy, let me tell you. Well, let's have a look at some of the cars. Let's start off with the cars we have here behind us.
Sure.
That's a beautiful Thunderbird. It's one of my dream cars. Tell me about it.
It's a car I picked up about 8 years ago. The fella had 3 of them, matter of fact, a convertible, a hardtop, and a 64. This is the one I fell in love with, and it reminds me of my youth, and this is the one we put in the collection.
Now, that's all original, too, isn't it?
All original. It's just a cherry. He won a terrific amount of trophies with it, and I like it because it is original. I'm an original car guy.
So let's talk about what's under the hood.
Got a 390, and it's got 55,000 original miles. And like you said, I know you're a big fan of original cars, and this is one. Beautiful from bumper to bumper. It's all good chrome, original paint. On the inside, I mean, you can see that you can eat off the valve cover gaskets. Great place.
You know, it's hard for me to believe that hasn't been restored and it has 55,000 miles on it. That car looks like it just came right off the showroom floor.
Oh, it does. I mean, I think, Dick, you haven't driven that car for what, 5, 6 years?
No, I haven't driven it. I should, but I have not, you know.
Let's get it out there someday. I'm going to come up here and we're going to go cruising Vermont. And what do we have? You got yourself a new Challenger, or a newer Challenger.
Yes, I did buy a new Challenger. The family said you ought to have something a little different in here, so I did pick up a Challenger, and it's a great car. I've driven it a little bit, not much. I've only got about 1,000 miles on it, but it is a great car, and I enjoy having it.
And what year is it?
It's 2009, I'm sorry.
And what is the official color of this?
Well, it's sort of an orange. I guess they call it like a burnt orange. Yeah.
And what do we have under the hood?
Great car, 6.1 Hemi, and with the standard, it's all there. It's a good car. It'll move again, original, bumper to bumper, like all his cars in here. And that's the way these good old cars should be. Even the newer ones, keep them original so that they just keep on growing in value and meaning, so that there's real meaning behind the car.
Hey, Dick, I noticed another Ford behind me. Tell us about that one.
Well, that's a Ford. My son's a Ford guy, and he said, Dad, you got to have that GT 500. And I was pretty excited when I bought it, and I've driven it a little bit. It's a great car. Carol Shelby signed it, and it's a nice automobile. It's 550 horse, and it gets up and moves.
How did you get Carol Shelby to sign that? Because, you know, that really does add to the value of that automobile.
Well, it does, and I was told that you could send away, and I went to the dealer. They took the plate off the dash, and you mail it to a charity, and you pay them X number of dollars, and they sign it, or he signs it, and they send it back to you. And
so the charity gets the money.
Charity gets the money.
You get the signature.
I get the signature.
And it's on your car.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins. You can't ask for anything better than that.
Paul, Dick is really well known in Vermont for his vets.
Oh, I can't wait to see them. And when we come back, we're going to see just that right here on Cruisin' New England. We're back in the state of Vermont. I'm here with Keith Flynn and Senator Dick Mazza. What a car collection you have here, but these Corvettes are awesome.
This really is a great collection, and one of the best things about this, Dick has a vet from every decade except the 50s. And you can see them all lined up here. They're all immaculate. These are all great cars.
Before we have a look at the cars, why did you start collecting Corvettes?
Well, it's something I've always liked in high school. That was my dream car, a Corvette. And back in the 1980, I got my first one. I bought the 76. So that started it off, and from then it just grew.
It grew, I'll say it grew into a nice collection. The thing that I really like about it is the decades, where you have separated the decades in these vehicles. Can we have a look at them?
I would love to show you.
Okay.
My oldest is the 1962 Corvette. It's a beautiful car, well made, really enjoy it.
Again, Dick, this is all original. It's hard for me to believe.
Original. That's what I like. I like original. I don't want to change anything on them.
Keith, what do you like about this car?
Everything. But among the things I like, 4-speed, old school, hasn't been touched. The inside, has the built-in tack right on the steering column. 350, 327. Hasn't got power steering. It's one of the original cars. And this is how they first came out. This was part of the evolution of the Corvettes. And this is part of where it started. Went from concept car to what you see behind us, then to what we're going to see down here.
So, Dick, is this a driver for you, or is it just for show?
It's a lot for show. Very difficult to drive. No power steering. Handles really tough, so you don't drive it much.
But you get it out there once in a while.
I get it out there once in a while, just to keep it tuned up.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about next?
76. The 76 is a great car. It's a Stingray. I bought that in 1980, and it's a great car. I really enjoy that one.
Again, that's all original?
That's all original. Nothing has been changed on that.
So when you're out looking for automobiles, it's got to be all original and in really nice condition.
That's what I look for. I don't do the work on them myself, and I want to buy them original, ready to go.
What do you like about that one?
Again, everything. But it's an L82. It's a further evolution in the Corvette. They're starting to get the Corvettes more refined. They're dealing with the suspension more, and they're starting to put some horsepower in the engine. They're starting to harness that fiberglass body, so a car that'll not only perform but also handle well. Just love these cars.
And I'm going to tell you another thing about the 70s. They're starting to pick up now in value.
Yeah.
This is what collectors are looking at, the 70s now.
Real long nose.
Real long nose. They're kind of tough to drive. They really are, especially with those fenders. So what's up next for us?
Then we go to the 87, the white one, the 87. That's a car I don't use very much either. It was one of the ones that I've seen. I liked it, and it's a little different body style, but it's a little smoother ride on that one.
What are we going to see next?
We're going to see the 203 anniversary, 50th anniversary Corvette. That was they came out in 2003 with one color. You could buy a convertible or hardtop. That's a nice car. That rides really nice, really smooth, handles well. I drive that a little, but not too much.
Keith, what do you think of the anniversary edition?
Great car. I mean, it came in that one color, like Dick was saying, the ruby red. And it's just a great car all the way through. And again, further evolution of the Vet. It shows how it's gone through. The ruby red color is really hard to get. I know they also made one in the 40th anniversary with the C4, that same ruby red, and they're just great looking cars. Great handling cars too.
Tell me about the badging.
Okay, the anniversary models all had the emblems on the side marking which anniversary they were. On the 03, it has the 50th anniversary, and that's unique to that car. That car has that ruby red color plus the badging, just a great car.
What are we going to see next now on the list?
Well, the yellow Z06, that's a powerful car. That's 505 horsepower. It's a really nice handling car. It's a hardtop. I prefer convertibles, but it's a hardtop. Next year they'll come out with a convertible. But I really enjoy driving that car.
You enjoy driving that car. You ever really put it to the floor there on this? This thing really goes.
I can't do that with the state police, head of the state police here standing here. It's very difficult.
How about some of the side roads, Dick? How about some of the side roads?
But it is a fine automobile, handles well, but like I said, my preference is a convertible.
I hate to tell you, those cars were made for speed.
Yes, they were.
What do you think, Keith?
Absolutely. The Z06 at the time was one of the fastest production Corvettes that Chevy ever made. It's just an amazing handling vehicle, and one that I keep trying to grab the keys from, because of all the cars in here, I'd like an afternoon with that one.
So, Dick, you have a 2014 fresh out of the factory.
Love it, love it, love it. It's a great car. Corvette really designed and built a beautiful car this year. It's a new design from the bottom up, and I really enjoy that car.
What made you buy it?
Well, I read a lot about it, and it was high marks on all phases of it. So I ordered it last January and was able to get it sometime in March. And I just started driving it a few weeks ago, and it's just a fine automobile.
So, Dick, is this your daily driver?
Well, I think it's about even with my daily driver. My 99 Corvette has been my favorite car over the years. I have more mileage in that one than any of them. And but I don't know, this could take the lead pretty easily.
Well, tell us about the 99.
The 99, when I bought that brand new 99, it's been my car every summer I've used. And I'm comfortable with it. It sits beautifully, handles nice. I haven't done a thing to it. It's just a great car, and I really enjoyed that car. So but the new 2014 could easily steal some of the thunder.
So, Keith, you get a chance to take any of these out or what?
Yeah, I took that for a ride the other day. Real nice car. The suspensions in the new ones are just great, and handling. So we're gonna try that one today. And
folks, when we come back, maybe we're gonna take some of these cars out for a ride. A lot more from Vermont on Cruisin' New England.
This episode of Cruisin' New England is being brought to you by Shappy Vintage Auto Sales.
Hi, I'm Ken Mazzilli from Kenny's Garden Center and Landscaping. We've been here in Fairhaven, Mass. for over 30 years. Come see our great selection of annuals, perennials, hanging plants, and nursery stock. We have a great selection of mulch, wall stones, field stone, cobblestones, and pavers. Make your project come alive with our large selection of statuary. For holidays, weddings, and special occasions, don't forget to visit our florist and gift shop. Contractors and consumers alike, come to Kenny's.
Hi, my name is Neil Murley, Murley's Car Care Center. We are Southern New England's Sunoco race fuel dealer. Save on Sunoco race fuel right off Route 3 in Weymouth Heights. And good luck on the track.
Hi, I'm Paul Manette, and I want to tell you about a new book coming out this spring, Collections American Style. I've teamed up with Berkshire Hills Publishing to create this beautiful full-color limited edition book. It features hundreds of full-color photographs, collector profiles, and historical tidbits. You'll see some of the finest automobile collections in the country, and memorabilia from The Wizard of Oz to the world's largest Kodak camera collection. Reserve your copy today at cruisingNewEngland.com. Would you like to see more Cruisin' New England television? Now you can watch Cruisin' New England every day on our website television show at cruisingNewEngland.com.
Check out Cruisin' New England Productions' website. You'll see updated information about our fun car show series, including the Magical Mystery Cruise, the Circle of Champions, the Super Wheel Showdown, and the Spooktacular Cruisin' Classic. Also subscribe to Cruisin' New England magazine. We feature some of the hottest rides in the Northeast along with event listings and a whole lot more. Don't miss a single issue. And if you want more information about sponsorships, advertising, or personal appearances by Paul Manette, email us at cruisenewengland@aol.com.
Welcome back to Vermont. You weren't kidding when you said you had more than just cars in your collection.
We got a few farm malls. There's a lot of farm malls out there, but I happen to have just 4 of them. And they're in the 30s and 40s, and just enjoy the collection. We had one of these. My dad had one on the farm, the Farm Mall A, and so that just took off, and I picked up a few along the way.
So tell us a little bit about them. Can we start with the smaller one down here on the left?
Yeah, the little Cub is just a small little tractor, very popular tractor, and it's the smallest one, and then we went to the A, the next size up, and then we go to the H, the bigger one. This was all restored. This was a rust bucket, and my son did that for me. Then we got the big Super M, which was that's a pulling tractor that used to pull things with the heavy stuff.
Well, by looking at them, I sure know you don't have them out in the farm.
No, I do the parades once a year.
Well, that's nice. You drive them in parades so everybody gets a chance to enjoy them. So did you have any relationship with any of these tractors that you have here in your collection?
My dad had a vegetable farm years ago in the 40s and 50s, and that's what originally A came from there, and that's what we carried on. That's what got me started in the farm mall, because as a kid, that's what I drove, and then I added a couple more.
So Dick, did you track that down because you had that as a kid?
That's right. This is the one the A is the one I drove on a farm, and I tracked one down just exactly like it, and that's the one I wanted.
So here in your collection, you got some Fords, you got some Corvettes, you got tractors. I even see motorcycles.
Well, a couple motorcycles.
Yeah.
I got the Screaming Eagle 2006 that I bought, and I haven't ridden it yet. I don't think I will, but it's a beautiful bike. And this is a 72 that I bought in 73, I think it was. It was a year old. I don't know. I've never ridden it, and I've never started it. So.
Just something here on display.
Something here on display.
And over here?
Oh, that's the big speed bike right there. That's I bought that. I don't know why. It's just something to put in the collection.
Now we're going to have a look at some of your Coca-Cola memorabilia now. I see some real nice Coca-Cola machines. Yep. I'm really into Coca-Cola myself. I have quite a collection, and I'd like to have a look at that.
Love to show you.
Well, let's go. Wow, Keith, here's a 1954 lift-top Coca-Cola cooler. Tell us where you got this one, Dick.
Well, this is my pride and joy. This was purchased in 1954, the year my dad and I opened a grocery store. And I've had it ever since, and my son painted it about a year ago. But it was in great shape, runs great, and like I said, 1954 we bought it brand new, and that's the year they switched from a wet cooler to a dry cooler. So it's dry cold. I can plug that in now and have ice cold soda in 10 minutes.
I can see you're a little sentimental about this one.
Love it. This is my, like I said, every time I think of that, I think of my father.
You know, Paul, he's got a whole room that's dedicated to Coca-Cola.
Well, let's go look at it, Keith.
Go.
You know, Keith, my viewers know that I love Coca-Cola. We've seen a lot of Coca-Cola, and I have a lot of Coca-Cola memorabilia. And I got to tell you, you put together quite a room here. It looks like a fun place to be.
When you say fun, that's what it is. We have the kids' parties here. We have our Christmas party here. It's just a fun room. It's heated in the wintertime. It's just got a nice items that we can really enjoy. So we have a lot of fun in this room.
You know, I noticed that most of this stuff is, reproduction stuff, but you have some real nice things here, like that Coca-Cola machine over there. I'd like you to tell me about that one.
Yeah, that's original Coca-Cola machine. I think it's around a 47, 48. It's workable. It's just a nice piece, and it's difficult the color back then was a little different than Coke colors. Over the years, they've changed a little bit, and that's a real added plus in this.
Yeah, they've kind of gone from a darker shade to a brighter shade. You know, Dick, to have that piece in there, that original piece, really adds to all the stuff that's reproduction. And boy, does it look really nice.
It does add. I get a lot of comments on that. It's a great piece to have in here. And from that, I go to the brand new Coca-Cola. That's the newest one out, so it's quite a comparison.
Well, it's easier to get into the new one than it is the old
one. A little different, right?
You know, what you have here too that's a lot of fun is that jukebox over there. If you're going to have the ice cream, you're going to have the soda, you got to have the jukebox.
Jukebox gets a lot of play.
Do you know anything about that jukebox?
No, I bought it from an individual who restored it. I knew I wanted something with wood on it, and he restored it, and it works great, and we get a lot of fun out of that. Got a lot of the old songs in there, and some of those folks remember those.
So this is officially called Dick and Dolly's Diner.
Dick and Dolly's Diner. My wife Dolly is Dick and Dolly's Diner, and it's just a great place to meet and have fun.
Well, next time you have a gathering, I hope you invite me.
I'll be glad to. Thank you.
So guys, you think we can take a ride?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Did you ever see a real cool car you wanted to pull over just for the sake of pulling it over?
Not for the sake of pulling it over, but I know one time I did have a guy go by me in a beautiful 66 Camaro SS. The problem was he was going by me at about $112. So I did get a close-up look at the car, and he also got familiarity with the Vermont Traffic Ticket Center.
I want to thank Commissioner Keith Flynn and Senator Dick Mazza for a great day here in Vermont. I'm Paul Manette. Until next time, I'll be cruising New England.